after the Prime Minister Narendra Modi promised to track down and punish those responsible for the attack. The home of two Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists, Adil Hussain Thokar and Asif Sheikhs, were destroyed in separate explosion on Thursday night in Jammu and Kashmir. It is believed that explosives were kept inside their homes. Thokars from Anantnag and Sheikhs from Pulwama are believed to be central to the attack, which took place in the Sainik Baisaran meadow. The Anantnag police have released sketches of Thokar and two Pakistani suspects, offering a reward for any information. Just days after the deadly terror attack in Pahalgam killed 26 tourists, tension rose along the line of control on Friday. According to the defense sources, Pakistan started firing at multiple places, breaking the ceasefire agreement in the Naugan sector of Handwara and Kupwara district. Fortunately, there were no casualties. The Indian Army gave a strong and timely response to the firing. At the same time, Army Chief General Upendra Trivedi visited Srinagar to review the security situations. In a significant development following the Pahalgam terror attack, top Lashkar-e-Taiba commander Altaf Lalli was killed in an encounter with terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir's Bandipora district on Friday. The clash, which erupted during a security operations, also resulted in two police personnel being injured. The ongoing operation is focused on apprehending the terrorists responsible for the brutal killing of 26 civilians earlier this week. A day after India cancelled all existing visas for Pakistani nationals, Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Friday directed all chief ministers to identify and remove citizens of the neighbouring country for their respective states immediately. Following a high-level meeting with top officials, Amit Shah instructed chief ministers of all states to take immediate steps to deport them. After India warned Pakistani nationals to leave within 48 hours, many have started arriving at Wagah-Tari border in Amritsar to meet India's deadline. India has suspended visa services for Pakistanis and ordered them to leave by Sunday, though medical visas are still valid until Tuesday. At the same time, authorities in Uttar Pradesh have begun the process of sending Pakistani nationals back. Meanwhile, India has already suspended the Indus Water Treaty, accusing Pakistan of supporting terrorism. The Supreme Court on Friday issued a strong warning to Congress leader Rahul Gandhi about making negative comment about freedom fighters. The court put a hold on trial's co-summons regarding his controversial remark about Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, which he made during the Bharat Jodo Yatra in November 2022. The bench of Justice Dipankar Datta and Justice Manmohan advised Gandhi to be careful, highlighting the Savarkar is revered in Maharashtra. The court strongly condemned his careless remarks and stated, "We will not allow any statement against our freedom fighters." Gandhi was also informed that the court could also take action on further comments. In a significant legal development, the Delhi court on Thursday denied the request made by Tahouwar Hussain Rana, a suspect in the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, to communicate with his family. The application was rejected by Special Judge for NIA cases Chandrajit Singh after hearing argument from both sides. Rana's lawyer argued that his family concern for his well-being justified allowing communication, citing fundamental rights. However, the NIA strongly opposed the request, stating that such contact could interfere the ongoing investigations that are at the critical stage. In a shocking statement that supports India's long-time claims, Pakistan's Defence Minister Khwaja Asif admitted that Pakistan supported and trained terrorist groups for more than 30 years. This admission comes after the world reacts strongly to the recent terror attack in Pahalgam, which killed 26 Indian tourists. India believed the attack was carried by the groups backed by Pakistan. In an interview with journalist Yalda Hakim, Asif said, "We have been doing this dirty work for the US and the West, including Britain." He later tried to reduce the impact of his words by calling it a mistake and said Pakistan has suffering because of it. However, his confessions clearly shows Pakistan's deep involvement in global terrorism. After the US President Donald Trump condemned the Pahalgam terror attack, US State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce on Friday dismissed a Pakistani journalist's question about border issues with India. She made it the US position clear, saying the President and Secretary have spoken, "I won't add more." She repeated the strong support of President Donald Trump and Secretary Marco Rubio for India and their firm stand against terrorism. The US expressed sorrow for the 26 people who lost their lives, including tourists, and called for justice. Neeraj Chopra, two-time Olympic medalist, has addressed the controversies surrounding the invitation of Pakistani javelin thrower Arshad Nadeem for the NCC Classic event. He clarified that the invitation was extended before the Pahalgam terror attack and was meant for a gesture of sportsmanship, not politics. Neeraj expressed deep hurt over the hate directed at him and his family, stressing the emotional toll it has taken. He emphasized that given a current situation, Nadeem's participation is no longer possible. Chennai Super Kings will face Sunrisers Hyderabad at M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. Both teams are in a must-win situation, each with 2 wins and 6 losses. The match will start 7:30 p.m. as CSK aims to improve their form despite recent setback.